Hi everyone, how are you guys all doing? I have two people on panel. I bet you guys can't guess who, but I have them on panel, so let's say hi to them if I can do it right. There we go.
Hi,
We've got
everyone.
Joe and Annie. So yes, and we got some people in the chat. We have Herb and we
Hi,
have
Herb.
Steve,
Hi,
and so
Steve.
far that's everybody right now except for Annie's in there, but she's on panel too.
Hi, Herb. Hi, Steve. Oh, no, I
So,
popped in there so I could give you a thumbs up and say hello. And then
oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it.
I
So,
like to make sure I get that thumbs up in there.
yeah, so I'm sure that there'll be more people. So we will get started. This
Yes,
is,
I just
huh?
got the notification that you went live.
Yeah, I saw it come up on my phone that it was sent out. So,
Hmm.
oh, it's so slow. Okay, so this is the first fledged spring painting of the season. Um, The other ones have kind of been halfway. Well, it's a little cold, but we're still gonna go with the flowers. Well, this is a full fledged one. So we're
Gonna
gonna
be purple?
start. Huh?
Is it gonna be purple?
Is it gonna be a what?
Is it going to be
Purple.
purple?
Oh,
No.
um, uh, a little bit of it.
She's like, well, I
Uh,
guess.
I had to think.
should have told her no, and then she'd be going, but I like purple.
So we're
Well,
gonna.
I mean, we all like purple, but
Yes, I love
that's
purple.
beside the point.
So I'm starting out with this Tropicana blue. I know that a lot of people, Annie is one of them who always asks me, "What colors are you using? What colors are you using?" So I'm trying to do that. So we're
Yes.
gonna go ahead and we're gonna make the sky first with this blue, but I do need to add some white because I just always have to have white.
She needs that invisible paint, is what she
Yes,
needs.
yes, it's the invisible paint.
Exactly. Okay, so
I
we're gonna.
asked for the colors that way when I finally bite the bullet
Uh huh.
and start painting, I'll know what I'll have an idea of what colors I need to use. I have all these colors, well, except for your green that you mixed.
Right.
But I just, when you're first starting out and you're looking, you know the sky is blue and you know leaves are green. But what shades? What kind of a day is it? Is it overcast? Is it really sunny?
Mm-hmm.
Make all those decisions.
Exactly.
You should do another one like we did. You did that one night where everybody gave you something to add to the picture.
Oh,
I have.
that was fun.
I was
Yeah,
thinking about that. In fact, I was thinking about doing something similar, not exact. Um,
yeah,
I was
because that was kind
thinking,
of cool.
I was thinking, kind of having people give me certain things that they like uh, in like the description box, and then I will use it. I don't know. I'm thinking. I have been thinking about that, so I don't know exactly
Oh,
what.
that could be really dark when it comes to me.
Okay, so yeah. So if you noticed, I added. I mean, I don't really tell you guys a lot about exactly what I'm doing when I'm painting. So I'm adding my invisible paint to the bottom of which is white, to the blue because what's going to go on here. So I'm going to go ahead and put that paintbrush in the water, and I'm going to grab another one, and I'm going to grab this blue, which is, well, which is better? It's true navy. I just usually call it dark blue, but it's called true navy. And so we want some of that.
I was trying to be sneaky.
And let's see.
I will be right back.
Okay.
Just got to run the kitchen for a minute.
All right.
All right, that's your treats for the night. And Anthony is in his room, so I didn't turn you on in the living room.
Okay. So you can guess what this is.
A mountain.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's still mad at us from last night, but neither one of us can figure out exactly what caused whatever it was that bothered him. But evidently, it's our fault.
Oh. Is he mad at you still?
Yeah. Even Bill was like, he's like, what did we do? And I was like, I don't have a clue. He said, whatever it was must have been bad. He'd been out of his room to eat and go to the bathroom, come in and glare at us and go back to his room. So, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, his computer was working, his TV was fine, his CD player was going.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Right.
I love that child, but sometimes he gives me a headache just trying to figure him out.
Well, and he can't really tell you.
I know, and that just makes it harder because I'm like, I should know I'm his mother, but that's not always true.
That's true. So I'm putting like the first little bit of snow caps on this. I always come back and add later because that's just the way I get the colors that I want it to be. And I'll come back. I'll start on something else. Joe better get back here. She's going to miss what I'm going to be doing here in a second.
She'll be back. She was only going to the kitchen.
I know. Okay, now I'm going to do real blue. So we got true blue and real blue.
Well, is it? Wait a minute. Shouldn't true blue be real blue? Is
Yeah,
real blue bluer than true blue?
The true blue is darker. It's true navy, so it's not true blue. It's true navy blue. And then this one is real blue. I just call it blue and dark blue and light blue. But that's the real names to it. So this color is going to go over here.
Is the light value on that side of the painting going to be different? Is that why it's a different shade?
Yep. Plus, I'm pushing this away.
Okay.
So that's why it's going to be overlapping and look like that. And I don't want to put no white on this, snow on this yet. So I'll do that. I'll come back. I want it to dry a little bit, so I'm going to move over to this other side now, which is going to be purple. Ooh, okay. All right.
Sorry, I was inviting more people in. Whether they come or not, I don't know, but I have invited them.
Okay.
Man, I hate it when he watches Indiana Jones. That music just sticks in my head.
All day long.
Right?
There's your purple, Joe.
I see that. I've been watching.
Majesty.
I took my phone with me. I was making ice and putting ice in my cup.
Okay.
But I had it muted so it wasn't loud because I have a metal cup.
I was going to say you did it so quietly.
I muted it. It wouldn't be loud.
Okay, now we're changing colors. We're gonna go with my mixed green. And you know, if you ever looked at this bottle, okay, so this bottle actually says white. Oops, there's a bubble. Okay, so I wanted a green, and I didn't have any green at the time. So I put in some blue, and I put in some purple, and then I put in yellow, and I just started mixing. I came up with this green.
It kind of reminds me of a spruce green.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know if I can ever replicate it again because it's been so long that, God, why can't I get that in there? It bubbled up and I can't see the top of the bottle because the lid fell off of the bottle. Oh, there it is. On my.
Well, now it fell on the floor.
Yeah, I can't see. Oh, there it is. Hold on.
Don't hit your head.
I didn't.
No, that's my trick of bending down to get something under my desk and stand and go to come up and hit my head. Every time.
Yeah.
I'm back
Okay.
up.
All right. So.
Connie.
Yes.
Never mind. I think I can take care of this.
What's that? Oh, I can. If you can.
Evidently I can't. Not out of StreamYard, I can't. I can go into YouTube and do it.
You can, or you want me to? I can.
I'll do it. I got it.
Okay.
You paint.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. That's not the brush I want to use. This
Oh.
is it.
Don't see him in YouTube. I do not see him in YouTube.
Really?
Oops.
I just took care of it.
Okay. I wonder it's because I already did that in YouTube. Maybe that's why.
Probably. Okay.
I muted myself on the other one too.
Okay. I took care of it.
Yeah, this is hidden by Connie. Okay.
Excuse me. I'm going to say excuse me all over now. We'll blame Connie.
Okay.
Well, at least you don't blame me this time.
Well, I can't because you fall asleep. Connie's the one that yawns.
Yeah.
I don't yawn a whole lot. I just fall asleep.
I'm taking over for her tonight.
No, yeah. There's no rhyme or reason. I can be wide awake, and then I just sit here and close my eyes just for a minute, rest my eyes. The next thing you know, I'm waking up half hour later.
Did you know
longer.
that I actually fell asleep today because
I
got
know.
remember I was telling you I was so tired? I was watching
Yeah.
something. And next thing I know, it's like 30 minutes, 20 minutes later, I'm like,
All that
John's
driving.
talking to you. You're like, I'm sorry, I fell asleep. But like, we're not the only ones that do it. Now Connie's doing it.
you guys, yeah, last night.
Princess.
He's there talking to me, and finally I heard him say my name. I'm like, what? I'm
Yeah.
here. I'm
Yep.
really here. Now I'm going with a Christmas green, which I just call green because Apple Barrel and all them come up with all these weird names to put.
Actually, Christmas green is different than just green.
I know it's a little bit lighter.
No, I think it's deeper. It's
Mm.
brighter, but it's deeper.
Yeah. And here is some trees.
Blowing in the breeze. Oh, by the way, the wind died down. Fine.
It died down
Yay.
here too. It died down here too.
Cool.
So Steve and Herb, what are you up to? You haven't been talking.
What would you like to see her
Maybe
paint?
they're napping.
This is true. They could be.
I don't know
I
about
doubt it,
Steve,
though.
but I know that Herb's fallen asleep on me before. Now you have, John has, Jess
Except for,
has.
I don't think Steve
Annie,
has.
have you?
I did, but nobody realized I did. It was last year during my the birthday celebration because I was
Okay,
doing
but you did it.
prep
You
for
just
my
admitted
surgery.
it. You just admitted. You just admitted it. So you've done it before too.
I told you all that night that I fell asleep for a while.
I
Herb
don't
is
remember
working on
that.
patterns, and Steve, he's working as usual. Okay, I could be wrong. Correct me, Steve, if I'm not right. If I'm wrong, I heard that you only sleep like 4 hours a day because you're always available. Always.
Now, see that my husband only sleeps. I only sleep 4 hours a day,
Okay, now I'm going with a country tan.
unless Joe makes me take a nap.
Well, sometimes you need it.
Sometimes I really do.
And then, let's see,
4 hours on a good night, he says.
4 hours on a good night. Yeah, that's what I heard.
I don't sleep that long, at a stretch.
Oh, I can sleep
Yeah.
8 or 9 hours on a stretch.
I wish I could just one night, one good night.
I have
Yeah.
not slept like that since before I had kids.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say before I had Anthony, because Andrew slept all night from the day he was born. He's never, and he still sleeps. He's like that. But boy, but he's like his mama, like I used to be. He sleeps. You have to go in there and just practically like whiplash him in the bed to get his attention.
Yeah.
Zach
So I
wakes
got
up
this
easy.
tan, but I want it lighter, so I'm adding a little bit of white to it. What were you saying, Joe?
Zach, all you gotta do is open his door and he sits straight up. What?
Anthony. That's why Anthony wakes you.
Yeah.
You don't do nothing to wake him up.
You guys might have heard it at times if you're on late at night with us, but there's times when he's asleep or not even asleep. He's just in his room, and all of a sudden he'll just like, "Hey!" super loud, and it scares the living shit out of me every time.
Yeah.
Or
Is he
he'll say,
asleep?
"Hi." Sometimes, yeah. And I was like, Jesus Christ, could you open the door? I was like, because there was one night he goes, "Mama," and I went in there. I was like, "What?" He's like, "I didn't call you."
He may not even be aware he's doing it.
Yeah, and I said, "Oh, you did, but okay, if you're all right, you don't need anything. It's all good. I'm gonna
my
go in the other room and have a heart attack now."
my granddaughter, Zay, she talks, she sings, she yells, she swears, um, she has fights. Sometimes she's slugging, sometimes she's kicking in her sleep. And she's
Wow.
been this way since she was a brand new baby. Probably because her mom worked graveyards for her first her first 8 years of her life. And she always worked graveyards. She never not worked graveyards. And so when she went back to work, Zaylee had a crib in my bedroom. Or no, I slept in her mom's bedroom. That's right. Because her mom, she wasn't married at the time. And even after they got married, I still slept in there because they both worked graveyards. And that's where Zaylee's crib was.
Welcome in Aisha's homemade item.
Hi, Aisha.
Is
It's
it
been a
Aisha?
while. Yeah, Aisha. It's been a while
Okay.
since I saw you.
That'll teach me to second guess myself.
Yeah, so when Zaylee was not even 6 months old, at night she would have these all out brawls in her sleep.
Oh wow.
That was me.
I walk in my sleep and I talk in my sleep, but I don't just talk. I can actually Ron said it was really weird. Um, he goes, "You sat up in bed, you had a cigarette, this was back when I used to smoke." He said, "We had a conversation and you don't remember." I said, "No, I do not."
Yep,
And
I did that once. That's why Bill banned cigarettes from the bedroom.
yeah, that's when I stopped having them in the bedroom. And then once when I was pregnant with Jessica, I
I heard it too.
got up, walked to the bathroom, sat down on the toilet, and about an hour and a half later, my sister found me still sitting on the toilet,
I
You
had a
sleep.
brother for some reason. He would get up,
sleeping.
sleepwalk, and go to my parents' closet. He'd walk in the closet, turn around, face the closet door, and shut the door.
Okay.
Never did figure out why
Yeah,
he.
I never walked in my sleep or anything like that. And my brother, you can have a full on conversation with him in his sleep. You can find out anything you want to know.
Bill said you could do that with me, and I was like, I said, well, I said you ain't gonna find out anything I don't tell you when I'm awake. So
And his wife, like, he's always like mumbling in his sleep. And I was like, watch this. Is there anything you want to know? And she's like, no. And I was so I asked him to tell us a story of when he was younger. What's his favorite like holiday he ever went on? And he was telling us all about it. And his wife just looked at me, and I was like, he talks in his sleep like this. It's not just mum. He'll start out mumbling, and it may seem
Right.
like mumbling, but if you engage him, he'll talk to you in his sleep. And she's like, oh, I just left him alone all this time. I said, oh no, it's no fun doing that.
Well, that's with me. I can have conversations, but like Zaylee, if you try to talk to her when she's talking, she stops. My dad was the same way. He'd talk to you. He'd talk, but if you talk to him, that was it.
Oh no, he talks in his sleep. He still does it because when we were down at Dad's last time for Christmas, he dozed off, and then I started talking to him, and Dad's
what?
like, is he asleep? And I was like, yeah.
Go on, we can check.
And, I, and so I was like messing with him, and I was like, can I borrow $5,000? And he's like, why? I was like, because I need it for yarn. He's like, okay. I'll send it to you tomorrow. And I was okay. And I was like, everybody a witness here. And if I had asked him that when he was awake, he would say yes.
Yeah.
That's just how my brother is. He's good like that.
Right.
So when he actually woke up, and I was like, we had a nice conversation. He's like, did we? And I was like, yeah, you're sending me 5,000 tomorrow for yarn shopping. And he's like, oh, I am. I was like, you said you were, and everybody here heard it.
Note to self: don't question the dog.
Yeah. And the next day, he sent me $500.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, I'm sending this back. It was all a joke when you were sleeping. He's like, use it for bills or groceries or something. And he's like, it's all good. And he's like, it's not 5,000, but you know. I was like, no. I
Yeah.
was like, I don't want this. I was like, we're doing good. He's like, well,
Yeah.
now you can do a little bit better. Take you and Z out for the day, and go out for a decent dinner, not just McDonald's.
Yeah.
Have a good time for the day. Just go do stuff you can't normally do. So we
Okay, I'm
did.
gonna ask a weird question.
Who?
Is that a rock or is it water? Because it could totally be a rock.
I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Well, dang.
It's kind of small, so I'm looking. I'm gonna make it bigger on my
You can
phone.
have
There we go.
flatted, rounded off rocks in the foothills of mountains like that. I've seen that.
And that's cool. Yeah, I just made it bigger on my phone, so I'm just seeing the painting part of it. That way I can see better.
Yeah. Now to lighten up green, if you do white, it can work. But if you want it to be a bright green, you use yellow. But I'm going to stop this part and I'm going to go up here and redo or finish the snow because this is all dry now.
Where is everybody tonight?
I don't know.
Well, it says there's 7 in here, but there's not 7 talking.
Well, I
have-
bet
On my
I'll make
tablet,
you
it shows 5.
I'll make an educated guess that if there's someone in that's just watching, that it's Carmen. But I could be wrong.
Carmen, are you here?
But she's here a lot and doesn't always talk, which is fine.
Roll call. Who's all here? Oh, damn, I got chocolate all over my shirt. I had some ice cream earlier, and I had the thing leaning up against my shirt. And apparently it was on the edge of it.
Herb's been in hangouts all day.
Oh. I've been reading today. Today was just a day to read for a while.
I've been taking care of a sick husband.
See any better?
He has been able to hold his food down. He had some toast. He had a yogurt, and I don't know what he got for dinner, but he was in there getting something. for
Oh, maybe
dinner.
tomorrow he'll be out back to normal or close to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't go. Did I go to Herb's today? No, I did not. When we left bingo, I just went and read.
Yeah, I didn't go anywhere because I was busy.
And then Willie came in. He was fixing chicken again. And I was talking to him. And I ended up telling him, I was like, hey, did you see what I was doing when you came in? He's like, reading. And I was like, shut up. You know, and it's like, he tells me, like, you know, when he's watching TV shows or movies, he hates it when people are talking while he's trying to watch it.
Mhm.
But but when I'm watching like Dateline or anything, doesn't matter what it is. It could be Law and Order.
As much as he wants.
And then he comes in here, he starts talking. I'm pausing it. He shuts up, and I watch it again. He starts talking, I pause it, and I think, you know, it's okay for you to interrupt people when they're watching stuff, but if they interrupt you, there's hell to pay.
I had that same conversation with Bill.
Yeah, Ron will be watching stuff on his phone, and he has it super, super loud, and I can't hear anything. And then if I have my phone up just a tiny bit, he'll say, "Would you put the volume down?"
Exactly.
No, I don't want to. I said,
And he's always telling me, you have to have your ringtone
what
on
yours
full
is.
blast. Yeah, he tells me, you do have to have your ringtone on full blast. Oh, yes, I do.
Well, that's the other thing. Ron will, if my phone goes off, he's like, "Would you shut that off?" And I'm like, "Do you want me to get phone calls?" And he'll, yes. And I says, "Well, you know what? During the day, I can have my ringer on, but a lot of times I just put it on vibrate, just because I know I'll still get it, and then I don't have to listen to him complain."
Yeah,
But he has
a
a timer that goes off at like 1 in the afternoon to remind him to take his midday pill. He'll let it go and go and go and go, and then it will stop for 5 minutes, and then it will go and go, and he does, or he'll ignore it, or sometimes he'll what's the word?
Mute it.
No, not mute it, but snooze it.
No. Oh yeah.
He'll snooze it over and over again. And it's like, would you just go take your pill? So I don't have to listen to the damn thing.
Yeah. I mean, Willie complains and stuff, and I was like, if you don't really like it, you can always go home.
I was gonna say he doesn't live there, he can leave.
I am not keeping you here against your will.
Right.
If I want to go, and hang out or lives or watch something or if it's loud, then, suck it up, Buttercup. It's my house.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother Zach when he's in his room. So that's all that matters to me. I don't care if it bothers you or not.
Right.
It's like, he's like, you always watch those ones where they're killing somebody and you got to figure out who did it. And
Mm-hmm.
I like Datelines and stuff on ideas. Like, I like those shows.
Right.
Did you ever watch that case? It was, I believe, in 2023 about the Slender Man killings.
Yes.
Do you know that they're talking about letting her out? They had a hearing on it today.
Why?
Why are they going to let her out? Because they said she's done her time. She was just a child when it happened, but she stabbed this chick 19 times. And the one thing the prosecutor said is like, is she not in contact with a man who was sexually aroused by what she did? Well, yeah, but she cut off contact with him. Is she not reading sadomasochistic books? Which, fair enough. I read those too, but I don't have a mental problem.
Yes, you
like,
do.
She does, but and he's like, well, how do you know she's not going to get out and do this again? Oh, well, she wouldn't. He said, you really think her parents thought she was going to do it the first time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got this girl out. They talked to her. It was one of their friends.
Hi, Liz.
Hey Liz, how are you?
Horrible.
Welcome in.
Hey, Liz.
Yes, no, she doesn't need to get out.
You know who got out that really upsets me, makes me mad, is Casey.
Yes, Casey Anthony should have never.
Yes. Oh my God, that was.
Can you
just
tell
like
what this
all
is
over.
now, Annie?
Huh?
Can you tell what this is now?
It's water now.
It is water now.
I thought it was water before.
Yep.
The Casey Anthony, and I'll tell you why it made me so mad, is my boys was the exact same age as her boys. And I literally, when those kids, because, postpartum still, but when those kids disappeared, I literally laid down on my living room floor and cried for her because I could not imagine losing my kids. And then to find out that she did it.
Did you know that what she's doing now? Did you hear
Last I heard, she was working for the attorney.
Yeah, and she started a nonprofit advocacy for people with abuse and stuff.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Liz, honey, I'm not painting that. Connie is, but thank you.
What?
I guess we're interchangeable now.
That's okay.
Okay, so the three of us are interchangeable now.
Yeah.
I could only wish to paint that well, Liz. Someday.
Yeah, there's some, with the Casey stuff, there was something going on with the parents too.
Yeah.
Still, you know my story, Joe. There's no excuse. There's just no excuse.
No, there's not. But something's going on with those parents, and I don't know if they were involved or not. I don't know. I couldn't make up my mind.
I was so heartbroken, and to be her kids. My kids look like her boy. My sons look like her sons. Same So it hit me really, really hard. And then when it came out that it was her, I was so angry. I was like, I cannot believe that someone could do that to beautiful children.
Well, and to your own.
Well, yeah, to your own, but to any of them. I think all
Right.
kids are beautiful, though. You know, I just, yeah, oh, man, yeah.
Yeah.
Get started on that one. I was
Yeah.
just that.
Yeah. Yeah. She shouldn't. I don't think she should be out, but
Woke me up. Cool.
You know
yeah.
that Slender Man killing led to another Slender Man killing here in West Virginia with 12-year-old girls,
Oh wow.
Okay.
and they're both still in prison, and they killed their friend as well. And I'm sorry, a made up make believe thing is not going to talk you into killing somebody unless you've already got something going on in your head.
Yeah. This is like people were saying that the Ozzy songs were making them go out and commit suicide and shit. It's like, no, it wasn't. Ain't no song gonna make you go out and commit suicide unless you were already planning it.
Or hurt somebody, and there's no video game that's going to make you go out and shoot people.
Right.
I don't agree with these excuses they're giving society.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's this fault.
There's no
No, it's not.
excuse. Take responsibility for your own actions.
But they do not do that. Nobody. It's like everybody has decided they don't have to be responsible for their own actions anymore.
And you see this, a lot of these women and stuff too. That it's postpartum depression, and they get off on it.
Yeah.
It's like
Well, I
what?
had postpartum depression. I didn't hurt my kids
I had it too, and I didn't hurt
I
my
had
kid.
it too, and I didn't throw my kid in the trash can.
or drowned them.
Yeah, it's like,
I've watched a lot of cases about that.
yeah, you walk away for a couple minutes, and okay, they're crying, they're still breathing, they're fine.
You know,
I need a couple minutes, and then you're taking deep breaths, and then you go back and do what you got to do.
2 of my daughters had it too, and they got on some medication. They never hurt nobody. But I'm not saying it's not real, but I'm saying that there's help.
No. Postpartum depression is truly real. But I never.
Hi, Beth.
Beth. See,
Beth,
Hey, Beth.
I watched the Road Runner, and I never dropped an anvil on someone's head.
Kids can't watch these cartoons. They're too violent. No, they're not. They're make believe. Teach your kids. This is make believe.
Exactly.
Time to sit down with their kids and say, this is pretend and this is real.
Right.
I mean, I knew if I got run over by a damn steamroller, I was going to die. I wasn't coming back.
Right.
It's just too far-fetched. They make too many excuses for people nowadays.
Roberta, what are you doing?
Heidi ho, Beth.
Hey, Beth.
What do you need, baby girl? Willie was talking to me today, and he says, you're still way too skinny. You need more food. So I told him to buy you some.
You know, a few minutes ago when I told Cash I would go check, there was nothing in there. He was letting me know the cats wanted out.
Oh.
They were both sitting at the front door. I walked in there and they turned around, looked at me, and they looked at him. They meowed at him. I opened the door. They meowed at him again and went out. I guess they was telling him thanks.
Yep.
I said it'd help if they would actually come in here and meow at me, so I knew they wanted something.
Next time I go in the kitchen, I'll get you something to eat. I don't think I have any wet food in here, unless it's in a bag.
God, yes.
It might be in a bag, but that could be it. I'll look here in a minute. Go down there on the bag on the floor, over by the lamp, and see if it's in that. It's where the yarn, well, the last thing of yarn was that I bought. Might be some in there.
Are you talking to the cat?
Yes.
Okay.
What's cat?
I was sitting there like, who's she talking to?
Cat. I always talk to Motorboat. You know that.
Well, I talk to Cash too, but I don't tell him to go check in a bag.
I know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, she was digging in it earlier, so I'm wondering if there isn't something in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, my cats were bummed. They trashed the last paper bag I had. They would run across the room and dive into it. And I've had this bag for about 3 years. And that's all it was for, was I would just open it up, put it on the floor for them to play with. and they
Mm-hmm.
put a big old hole in the end of it. So I taped it back a couple of times because you can't get paper bags anymore.
Well, I can.
No, we do not have paper bags here.
Hmm.
Trying to think
I
where I
miss
got
paper
paper bags.
bags. I always use paper bags for my bread.
In Utah, in the store I used to work in, you have an option. You can bring your own bags. You can get plastic, or they have paper bags.
You know that Amish store I go to, they use paper bags.
Hi,
Yeah.
Tina. Welcome in.
I usually
Hey,
bring my
Tina.
own.
How are
I
you?
us- I usually bring my own, like the canvas bags.
Yeah.
It's easier to carry in because the paper bags they don't have handles or nothing.
I
Yeah.
think that's what I'm going to start doing is just take my bags with me
You
because
know,
this
every time I
all
say I'm going to do that, then I
if I
forget.
put it into Plarn, I would have enough to make a million mats.
What I do is after we unload the groceries from the bags,
Uh-huh.
when Zach goes to work next, he puts them in the car.
Now, I do have cold bags, a bunch of them. They stay in the car. When we use them, as soon as they're emptied, we take them and put them back out in the car. So they're underneath, so you don't have to worry about fighting with them all the time.
Uh huh.
We have a thing in the back we could lift up and put them underneath there.
Hi,
So,
Roberta. Welcome in. I put international
hey
shipping
Roberta, how are you?
Hey,
for that.
Roberta, hey, Tina.
I told Bill next time I went to Aldi's, I was going to go and get my buggy, go back to the car, put that crate in the buggy because it'll fit in the buggy, and then fill it up, and then refill, empty it, and then let them fill it back up, and then all I have to do is slide that into the back of the car.
Yeah. Okay, now we're gonna get to some color, real color. Not that this isn't real color, but it's gonna be different color, like pink. And you already got. Well, I need more yellow and white, and I got purple.
I
Wow,
found her. I found her. I found her some Sheba wet food, and that's what I'm doing, getting one open. And
oh,
Oh,
hurry up, hurry up.
well, they super glue the sons of a bitches on there, that foil shit.
That's to protect your pet.
Well, it makes it so I can't get into it.
Um, Connie, since we did not know what happened with Holly, those that last treats that we got that she was eating before she passed,
did
I
you get rid of them?
was afraid to give him to Cash. I just went and bought him some different treats.
Yeah.
I was like, nope, not even going to take a chance on losing him.
You might
Right.
write the company and let them know, but you're not sure if anything happened to them.
I already did. I emailed him. I was like, I don't know that that's what it was, but in case somebody else it happens, they'll know.
Yeah.
Beth said Dizzy is talking to Motorboat.
Oh, Motorboat, shut up now. She's eating.
I tell you what, it shocked me. I was sitting in my recliner today, and Misty crawled up on my lap and laid on my chest. She hasn't done that for ages. I was like,
Wow.
well, hello there. Haven't seen you in a while. And she started licking my nose. I said, don't do that. It's the tip of my nose.
Slow down, Motorboat. Oh, I should be working on this hat.
I'm working on a hat. Just got this brim to finish, and I was hurting earlier too much to mess with it, so I was afraid I'd mess it up if I tried.
Yeah. on it a little bit. I'm doing the half double crochet cross stitch again.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. I don't know how many times.
One and you skip two, do another one, and then go back and do the one you missed.
You skip a half double, or you skip a stitch, do a half double, then go back and do that one again.
Yep, I got you.
Yeah, so just cross. And you skip one, go into the next.
You should do a field of lavender.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be a pretty painting.
Mm-hmm.
Laura called me when she got home from school, and her mommy dropped her off at Daddy's, and she was telling me about her day. And I said, Pop's got the seed catalog. She goes, oh, tell him to put it by his chair. That's the first thing we're going to look at. I was like, okay. She's decided I need new flowers in my flower beds. The old ones are getting boring. She wants something new. And I was like, whatever you want, honey, as long as I got flowers out. That's for the bees. I said, that's why I plant them, is for the bees.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's like, why don't you mow down your dandelions in the spring? I said, because that's the bees' first food.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 of my daffodils bloom too.
Mine haven't gotten that close yet, but they're about 6 inches tall.
I noticed when I come in a while ago, there's 2 of them was bloomed out. I can't believe how fast those multiply too. Daffodils is like the fastest multiplying bulb I think I've ever grown.
Well, when we moved here, there was one, and now there's like
Huge clump.
there's a bunch of them. Yeah.
If you
So
dig
does
that,
irises. Irises do
out.
that too. Irises will spread like that, and several years ago, I'm talking when Jessica was like in 1st or 2nd grade, for Mother's Day, she brought home an iris in a little pot that they had grown, and it was in bloom. And I didn't have a place for it. I had no clue where I was going to put this darn thing. So I went ahead and I thought, well, the one place that I know it will get water is out back, right underneath the faucet. Because the faucet always had a little drip.
Yep.
So I planted it there, and then I completely forgot about it. And about 3 years later, I walked back there, great big giant mound of irises. I'm like, holy crap. Didn't expect that.
Oh.
That is not enough brown. Can't get it to do what I want it to do. How's this looking? Does this look springy enough?
Yes, it does.
Good.
Only thing you need is a swan in the water. But it's not time for them yet. They're not back.
That's right. I did a swan last year. I did 2 swans in a pond.
Yeah, I remember. I miss our loons. Before they drained it was a man-made lake, but before they drained Lake Washington, we had a pair of loons every year. I love, and keep in mind that Lake Washington was like 2 miles from my house. You could still, in the quiet of the night, you could still hear them calling to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty.
Thank you, Tina. Okay, I think this painting is done. No, it's not. Take that back. It's not done yet. I still have to put some more reflections of cloud or the mountains in the water. And I'm going to put a little more snow on these mountains. Not enough. To get it really white, you got to do like 2 or 3 coats. Usually 3 or 4. My daughter just got home.
Oh.
We have to bark.
Well, where have you been?
Well, she hasn't been home since like 6 this morning. 6:30. Hey, Jess.
Better?
He's able to eat some. He's not throwing up. So if you, when you can, take the dogs down. He went to bed. Did you have to go to Great Bend?
Yeah, help Ashley.
Oh, okay. How's she doing?
She's just ready to
Pop?
get that bed out. She's scheduled for a C-section on her birthday,
Oh,
May 19th,
she's gonna share her birthday with her baby.
with a Taurus baby.
Hey, we know all about that.
Huh?
We know all about people sharing birthdays.
No, but I'm just saying, she's a Taurus,
Uh-huh.
and that baby will be a Taurus. And they are fucking hard-headed.
Is Parker a Taurus?
Yeah.
And so is Jackson, and so is Kendrick and Kira, and
And Kara are Gemini.
oh, yeah, Gemini. That's right. So is okay. That's right. Is Parker a Gemini or is he a Taurus?
Taurus.
When's his birthday?
Yeah, 15.
Oh, that's right. And Jackson's is a yeah. Okay. All right, guys. I think this painting's done now. So
I
I'm
just
gonna
realized
sign.
I made a mistake. You were talking about Casey Anthony, and I was thinking about Susan Smith.
I was trying to figure what you were talking about, but yeah.
Kelton is
Talking about the wrong case.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
But Kelton is a Sagittarius.
Like Ashley. Isn't she a Sagittarius?
No, she's a Capricorn.
Huh?
I think she's a Capricorn.
I don't know. Maybe.
Susan Smith was pretty bad too.
December 8th. He's December 3rd.
Oh, they're the same thing then.
Isn't she the one
they're-
that drowned her kids?
Susan Smith, yeah,
Yeah.
because her boyfriend didn't want to take kids.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was talking
yeah.
about Casey who
She
killed
was
her
talking
daughter.
about Casey Anthony, and I was
Yeah.
thinking about Susan Smith.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
she.
you kept saying kids. I was like, if it's only one.
Yeah,
Yeah, she. Casey killed her daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and she didn't even. I don't even think she's. I don't even know if they even sent her to jail, or I think she may have not even got sent.
Not very long.
I think it was just for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And then she got out and she was working for
Thank
the
you,
attorney.
Roberta.
She was working for her attorney in the office.
Yeah. And she's going to be an advocate for.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe it. Are you watching, Joe?
Yes, I am.
I knew you would be. Now, if I mess it up, I'm really in trouble.
Uh-huh. Well, you messed it up that one time. That's funny as hell.
Yeah, I did.
Oh my God, she can't spell her name.
And I kept one of those because I will always have proof of that.
Exactly. Okay, this is done. And I hope it brings. I mean, Roberta said it brought a smile to her face. Finally, something that's more springy than what's been going on. Yeah, very happy.
It's what we need this time of year.
Painting. Yeah. Thank you, Liz. She's walking. Oh yeah, she is walking free, Beth. All right, so when am I gonna have my next live? I don't know. I'll let you know. This was probably the third Thursday of the month. I'll have another live. What day is that though? Can someone tell me what day it is? The third Thursday.
The third Thursday of this month.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. 13th. So
The third.
That'll be the third Thursday. I forgot that was last month. The 20th.
Okay. All right.
The way the calendar reads is the 27th of last month was on Thursday. That's what threw me off.
Okay.
But
All
it's the 20th.
Thank you, Herb. Thank you, Beth. Yeah, so it'll be on that day, the third Thursday, and the very last Tuesday of this month is when we on my other channel where I'm doing a live, and it's the last Tuesday, and we're going to be making that wreath. So if you didn't see the video from 2 weeks ago on Tuesday, I kind of gave you all the information of what you kind of would need and how to make the poofs if you're using the mesh. So, yeah. If you watch it or if you haven't watched it and you want to do it and you don't got questions, just ask me. Send me a message.
Yes, I already got my form. I found one at Walmart.
Okay.
My Dollar Tree didn't have any.
Yeah, my Dollar Tree didn't either. So let me show you this.
Yeah, that's so pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, me too. I usually don't like painting on stretched canvases. A lot of people think, oh, they're the more expensive. Actually, they cost exactly the same. And they're a little bit harder to paint on. But the last time I ordered them, they subbed a whole ton of these. I have a great big giant stack over there and another stack up there. I'll be using stretched canvases for a while. So you guys all have a great night, and I will see you in the next video. I'll have a video up on Sunday night, like always, at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And,
night, everyone. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you for coming, guys, and we'll see you all later. Bye, guys. I just got to find the right button. There we go. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.